You can make a compelling argument, and it certainly has persuaded a lot of people that the only way to change America is to begin again. But my experience is that in order to change going forward, you have to understand where you've been and where you're going. Otherwise, there would be no history classes offered, right? So the first thing I want to say to you is this. We can just abolish history in all of our schools if the past is irrelevant. I don't think the past is irrelevant. Number one, the choices you make affect the future. Now let's look at this. What's the fundamental problem in Texas and America today with the economy? Yeah, well, that's true. But why? Why have President Bush's policies hurt? Because we have gone to a point where 90% of the economic gains of this decade have gone to just 10% of the people. Half of them to the top 1%, much of that to the top 0.1%. After our economy produced 22.7 million jobs in the years when I served, it's produced 5 million in this decade. After we had 8 million people almost moved from poverty up into the middle class, in this decade you got 5 million people falling from the middle class back into poverty. After incomes rose $6,000 for most families in the last decade, in this decade incomes are falling $1,000. This is not rocket science. You've got to give the economy back to the middle class and give poor people a chance to work their way into it. I believe that if Hillary is elected and her plans for the economy take $50 billion away from the special interests and put it back into making America energy independent with green-collar jobs that would create millions and millions and millions of jobs all over America. If her plan for health care, bring down health care costs, and the only way you can bring it down, put everybody in big, less expensive insurance pools. Let every American buy the same insurance that insures members of Congress and their families. My family and your family should have access to the same exact health care. Our plans for education: open the doors of college for all. Raise the Pell Grants every single year to keep up with inflation. Raise the tuition tax credit, where it now is $1,600 to $3,500 a year. That would cover almost every community college in America. Give young people more AmeriCorps job opportunities to earn their own money for college. Crack down on the abuses of the private student loan companies. Some of them are charging our young people 20% interest a year, and it's wrong. And I tell our young college graduates, when you get out, if you were a nurse, a teacher, a police officer, or a fireman, if you were a public servant, it is a gift. And we know